Real-time strategy games have been with me for many years and were among my favorite genres when I was young. I've spent countless hours with titles like Battle for Middle-earth, Warcraft, Age of Empires, Tsar, Command & Conquer, and many more. Currently this genre is slowly declining in popularity, although we can see a growth in interest among indie developers. They can always be relied upon for good and classic productions, so I would like to present you today's selection of new and juicy RTS games. And before we start, remember to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like what you see and if you want to be up to date with great and upcoming indie games. This will also help me grow and reach new audience. Creeper World is one of the most interesting titles on the list. This is a typical RTS game, but the main enemy is neither humans, orcs nor aliens. It's a fluid. In this beautiful pixel art game, every pixel of the terrain is simulated. Terraform your way through dozens of terrain types and use gravity and terrain combinations to your advantage. You can use various weapons to help you on your journey to dominate your enemy, unlock new strategies and so on. This game looks really interesting, but you have to know and keep in mind that this game uses AI technology, which may not appeal for everyone. WARCANA is really an interesting title. It is not your typical RTS game, which is why it stands out. I think it's unique enough to grab your attention, especially if you're into deck building and tower defense games. This is a fantasy-inspired base defense RTS game with deck building mechanics. Your base is your deck, and you have to wisely construct and unlock powerful cards to help you turn the tide of battle. Mighty towers, big monsters and powerful spells will aid you in winning. This game is round-based, which may not be for everyone, and it's essentially a battle royale. You will face 30 other players and try to win. It's that simple. You can, of course, play offline in campaign mode or compete with others in this beautiful pixel art game. MODUWAR is a unique take on the real-time strategy genre. Players take control of a modu, an alien creature with the ability to grow different organs, split and merge them depending on their playstyle. The game begins with the heart, the most vital organ, and expands by growing tiles and other organs on these tiles. Players can split their body to gain advantage over enemies, fight opponents and hold ground. MODUWAR offers a single-player campaign mode to explore the mysterious planet of Arcadia, or players can compete against friends in multiplayer mode. Ratten Reich is an RTS focusing on realistic combat in a unique steampunk dieselpunk world torn apart by an ongoing war between rats, mice, cockroaches and lizards. This conflict spans 3 diverse continents, each presenting unique and challenging combat conditions. The advancements in steam and diesel technology created merciless tools of destruction, pushing the world into an era of technological brutality and erasing any hopes for peace. In this game, every structure is destructible and each faction boasts an exclusive arsenal of vehicles and infantry. This brutal, grim and dark game offers an opportunity to experience a unique world deeply immersed in years of war. Zerospace is a cinematic RTS with an epic sci-fi story where your decisions determine the fate of the galaxy. This title features one of the best graphical styles. It's actually one of my favorites. It reminds me so much of Borderlands. In this game, our choices really matter and can change the universe. Inspired by classic narrative games like Mass Effect, we will build relationships with our crew and heroes encountered during the campaign. The open world campaign offers dozens of missions for main factions, mercenary factions, 14 heroes and much more. By combining forces of different factions, mercenaries and heroes, each match becomes unique, unlocking new strategies and possibilities. This game looks amazing and could be one of the best RTS games on this list. Men of War 2, the anticipated sequel to the acclaimed RTS franchise, is here. Most of you probably already know this franchise and have played the prequel at some point in the past. This is one of the best RTS titles I've ever played, and I'm glad we can see it again. The first thing I have to say is that this game is probably everything you are looking for if you are searching for a game with a classical warfare theme. Graphically, it looks amazing, the visuals are stunning and the sound design is on point. So what is this game about? This game is your typical tactical, historically accurate RTS game where you can utilize almost every bit of the map to gain an advantage over your enemies. If you can spot a bridge, you can use it to block the way. Rivers will help you buy some time to prepare, and forests will help you hide your units, and so on. This game features the most extensive and highly detailed World War II locations, vehicle roster and characters in the series to date. Tempest Rising is a mashup of modern production and classic RTS action. Inspired by great games from the 2000s and 90s, this title is a classic base-building real-time strategy game set in a modern-day alternative history scenario on Earth after a nuclear war. Players can choose from one of 3 unique factions, each with its own approach to combat and economy. This offers multiple strategies and playstyles to explore. The game features 2 epic single-player campaigns, skirmishes, custom games and ranked multiplayer mode. It's a typical and classical RTS game, visually stunning, and I hope it will be as good as it looks. Stormgate is a next-gen real-time strategy game set in a new science fantasy universe. As humans, along with our robot allies, we must stand and defend ourselves against endless hordes of demonic invaders. The game looks amazing and is developed by individuals who have previously worked on games like StarCraft 2 and Warcraft 2, giving hope for its quality. In Stormgate, players can choose from 2 factions, with third planned for the future: humans and the infernal host. These factions are highly asymmetrical and require different approaches to gameplay. Players can join the forces with friends to battle AI in co-op mode or test their skills in ranked matches on the global stage. This visually stunning game, powered by Unreal Engine 5, is something worth keeping an eye on. It promises great gameplay and may even bring back the good old Warcraft and StarCraft days. Dying Breed is a unique but classical approach to Golden Age RTS titles. This one takes players back to the first generation of real-time strategy games. It uses retro-styled pixel art and an original action thriller soundtrack. In this game, you will journey through a post-apocalyptic world where you must build your base, collect resources, assemble your army and fight fearsome enemies. Your decisions matter. Carefully choose your units, plan moves, and execute strategies to avoid swift defeat. Use various units and launch assaults by air, land, or water. Explore the world, discover new maps, battle wild enemies, and unlock powerful weapons and abilities. Dying Breed is really challenging and will test your skills, keeping you on the edge of your seat. It's one of my favorites on this list, and I'm genuinely excited about it. And before we jump to the number 1, I prepared some bonus games for you. And last but not least, we have Dustfront RTS. This is the game I'm most excited about. It's a classic RTS game with grand strategy elements and a non-linear campaign. First of all, graphically and aesthetically it looks amazing. I love this graphical style, which we saw previously in one of the other titles on the list. This dark and brutal game is set on a planet devastated by many wars. We will take part in missions, each on a procedurally generated map with asymmetrical gameplay. We will battle against enemies superior in numbers and strength, so we have to prepare ourselves for the worst. To defend our base, we will create a powerful army of tanks, planes, vehicles and infantry. Gathering resources is crucial, so we will build factories for production, refine materials and construct barracks to store everything. We will also need to build structures on the global map to gain an advantage. Yes, there is a huge global map with an important economy that we must consider. We will mine and produce materials within territories, affecting the economy situation. Unlocking new units and buildings, participating in various events, creating garrisons and even more in a turn-based movement system. There's so much going on in this game and it looks just amazing. I really hope it will turn out to be a great game. And that's everything that I prepared for you today. I hope you liked this video and found some great new games to play and to add it to your wishlists, and tell me which game you liked the most. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel to stay up to date, and thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.